was working for the same corporation for 30 years. When you own a business, though, even though you'll never be able to control everything, I think you maintain a lot more control over your livelihood,
Correct.
over your time than you do if you're essentially trading yourself, your time, your work, your effort for a salary of some sort. So I think
Agreed.
sometimes a little bit of a reframe can be necessary, especially as you get closer and closer to making a big decision like starting a business, buying a franchise. You need to come back to that why. And you also need to reframe because everyone immediately jumps to it's so risky to start a business.
Right.
Yeah, sure. There's some risk. It's risky to get in the car and drive to the grocery store, but we do it. It's risky to sign a job contract for a set amount of money every year because that company is not obligated to keep you on.
That's a good point.
Right. And look, if you work for a big publicly traded company, and even most private companies, like they have fiscal responsibilities to shareholders, to investors. So if it comes down to you or the bottom line, company chooses the bottom line every time. And it's usually not personal, it's usually business.
Right.
Right. But I think a lot of people lose sight of how risky that actually is to say, yes, I'm going to trust that you're going to pay me what you're going to pay me for an indefinite amount of time. That's what's going to keep a roof over my family's head and keep food on the table for my family.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's one income stream that can come to an end at any point. Maybe there's some severance or something offered as well, but happened to a family member not too long ago. We were discussing that, and I said, "Well, what was the plan B? How did you prepare?" And they said, "Didn't expect this to happen." So,
what franchise are you getting them into?
What's that? Which franchise? We did talk about that, and with this family member, I said definitely need to get family buy-in before we start talking brands because obviously everyone's got to be on the same page. So it was a recent conversation, and that's to be continued.
We're all concerned about job security, but what if I told you a new threat is looming? Next, we'll reveal the emerging trend that's pushing more executives into franchising: AI.